Welcome everyone to the third episode of the Marketing Makeover Show. I'm Lucas Duda, your host. I am co-founder of Impros Marketing in Houston, Texas. We are going to be answering questions for you entrepreneurs and you small business owners out there. So, if you have a question for me, you can submit them via these channels. I also ask, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. Thank you very much. I hope that this provides some great insights and advice that you can apply to your business. I'm going to answer a question that was submitted to me on Instagram. It was from one of my followers. His name is Chris. Basically, he started a mentoring service and he needs some help with some marketing strategies. I dug in a little bit deeper, got to know him a little bit about more what he offers. He really consults folks on emotional intelligence, self-awareness, motivation, unlocking the true potential that people have. So for you, Chris, I think it's awesome. I think what you're doing is really cool. If that is your thing, that's what you obsess about, that's what drives you, I think you're going to do awesome at it. Here's the thing. Here's what it comes down to. And this goes for anybody in any industry. You can't just offer your service to a complete stranger without them getting to know you first. It's kind of like asking someone to marry you on the first date, or actually before the first date, because at this point you haven't even gone out for a cup of coffee yet. So this is what you do. I'm going to give you a few steps that you can take that are, it's really part of a sales funnel that you can learn about that the digital marketer teaches. So here's what you do. You create some content, you create some value, make a video, make a blog post, and share it on Facebook, Instagram, somewhere where you have a following, or if you don't have a following yet, you can always buy some ads on Facebook and target a very specific group for a very cheap price. Okay, so you're saying that I should spend money sending somebody some information for free. Yes, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to provide them some value first so they can get to know you. This is where they become aware of you and your brand. So make something nice. It may be a tip on motivation or how to improve themselves, but don't give them everything you know. Just give them a small little piece. They're going to appreciate that, and they're going to see that, and they're going to recognize you, and in the back of their mind they're going to say, this guy helped me out. Next, you need to engage with them. You can do this by retargeting that person. If you set up a Facebook pixel and they did go to your site and they read that article that you provided, now you can send them a retargeting ad, and it could be another piece of information. This may be a little bit better information. This may be, 5 steps to helping you do this or that or improve this or that. And when they go to your page to download this piece of content that you've created, this is where you've traded that piece of information for their name, phone number, email address. Okay. The next step is you really need them to convert in some way. You need them to give you some money. And at this stage, you're not asking for your full price that you would charge for coaching. You really just want them to give you $1. I mean, $5, $10, any amount of money. Psychologically, if you can have them hand you $5, they've passed that barrier, and they're in a new realm where they trust you. And they're going to be more comfortable with you in the long run. Okay, so this is what you do. After you've provided them with this, these 3 tips of how to do that, or whatever it was that you gave them and you sent them to download, you now want to follow up with them via email. Now that you have their email, you can retarget them again on Facebook since they've been to your site and you had that Facebook pixel in there. You can now retarget an ad to them, or you can call them if you got their phone number. Basically, at this point, You want to say, look, I provided you this, but for $5 or for $9, I'll give you the full 10 tips on how to do this. You know, I gave you 3. And they're thinking, wow, he provided me a great article in the beginning. He's given me 3 solid tips on how to do X, Y, and Z. And now just for $5 more, he's going to give me the following tips. Okay, at this point, they're now much more comfortable with you. You've sat down, you've had coffee, you've gone on a date with this person, per se. And at this point, now you can approach them and you can try to sell them your big ticket item. And it's not even necessarily trying to convince them to buy that now. Now that you've provided them so much value, they're much more likely to see what you can provide them, and they'll be much more willing to do work with you. Yes, it does cost a little bit of money up front, but it's much better to take this path than to just go straight to the end and ask for a sale, because that is you know, it's a little forthcoming. You know, it's a turn off. People don't like that. And anyways, enough of that. I hope this provided some sort of value to you. I hope that you can figure out, be creative and figure out a way how you can use that in your business. And it can be in any industry. If you really think about it, you can find a little something to provide to get them into that sales funnel. That's it for today. I'm trying to keep this a little shorter and sweeter than usual. And until next time, let's get to work.